Welcome to Discovering DeSoto, a podcast by DeSoto County Tourism. Here we chat with locals to help you discover what makes our area at the top of the Magnolia State so special. I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta. Now let's get into it. Spring has sprung here in DeSoto County, which means beautiful weather, spending time outside, and of course, BankPlus Amphitheater's concerts. As someone who lives near the venue and can hear the music from my porch, I'm especially excited about all the great acts coming to South Haven this year. To talk about just that, we've got Joel Cruz with us. He serves as Lander Center's general manager and also oversees show bookings for BankPlus Amphitheater. Joel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Of course. Okay, so let's first, before we dive in, share your role with BankPlus Amphitheater.
So, general manager of Lander Center and BankPlus Amphitheater, essentially. So we have an operating agreement with the city of South Haven where we run and book the amphitheater for them. It allows us at Lander Center and the CVB to control more seats and be more attractive to promoters in the area and compete with the likes of FedEx Forum that have more seats, 18,000 seats. So it allows us to go out and get more shows and be more active for DeSoto County, bringing tourism in, bringing people in, and attractive to locals, as you said. You live near the venue, so that area is growing, and it's a great thing to have the programming for lifestyle, for adding into what Salo Square has become, to just have a great quality of life for DeSoto County.
Yes, and we're going to talk about the economic impact in that area in the entertainment district surrounding Silo Square. But before that, let's really get into the good stuff, right? So who all is coming to BankPlus Amphitheater this season?
We have a great lineup this year, probably one of the best since we've taken it over in the last 3 years. Then we'll get into May with some 80s, 90s country with Dwight Yoakam. Then in June, we have a busy June. So you got Thomas Rhett on June 6th.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be fun. Then the 13th, the next weekend, you have Kansas and 38 Special, so some old rock. Then the next day, June 14th, we'll have Treaty Oak Revival, which is new country, pretty popular, young kids, little Americana-ish in there. And then to close out the month of June, we'll have Old Dominion on their world tour on June 27th. In July, we will welcome Kane Brown back to the area. It's been a minute since he has played here at Lander Center, and excited for that on July 25th. And then August 16th, we will have Teddy Swims.
Yes, which I just started listening to him. He is incredible.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
It is almost sold out, so if you want tickets, you need to get tickets for that one as soon as possible. Then in September, we'll close out with 2 concerts. September 13th, we're going to bring James Taylor back to Memphis, so in the area, the South Haven. So really excited about that. And then we'll close out our season September 18th with Three Dog Night and Little River Band. So old school, rock and roll in there. Got a good country mix in there, new and old.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of cover everything for everybody this year, and there's always stuff that may be added as we get through the year. So
I don't know where you have space.
Can't promise it, but we're always working to bring more stuff, more concerts. So actively working all the time on that, and there's stuff out there that could happen. So
nice.
Cross our fingers on some couple other good ones.
Yeah, we'll take that hint. Okay, that's cool. So more and more acts are skipping arenas post-pandemic, opting to perform at amphitheaters and outdoor stadiums, which is to our benefit with BankPlus Amphitheater. Are you seeing this trend continue? How many times do you maybe book someone, say, at the Lander Center, and then you say, hey, we will also have BankPlus Amphitheater? Or how many people really, or acts, tend to like the amphitheater vibe more?
So it really depends. When we're pitching to acts and promoters, it's great to have both options, right? Because if I was just pitching Lander Center and then somebody else was running the amphitheater, they may or may not come to South Haven. It gives me the opportunity to really pitch to both of them and say, hey, we have the amphitheater available, we have Lander Center available. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
And it gives them options when they're looking at it. You're right. More and more artists are going outside. See a lot of trend with the stadium tours. There's a lot of money in that. You can thank Taylor Swift for that. Yeah. Morgan Wallen, Kenny Chesney started it years ago with just doing stadiums. Who also
came to BankPlus
Amphitheater. He has been to BankPlus Amphitheater.
Yeah.
So sometimes we try to book around those stadium dates too. They'll do an amphitheater show on a Thursday or something like that. But yeah, country in particular really likes to be outside.
Yeah.
There are some that do arena tours in the fall, but the country artists and demographic really just like being outside. So that's where you see a lot of it. Live Nation, in particular, being the world's largest promoter and everything, they push that. They have their own amphitheaters. That's the only thing that they actually own and run is amphitheaters. So they do push amphitheater tours, which helps us out a lot.
Oh, nice.
Especially with, there's an amphitheater in Brandon, a brand new amphitheater coming online in June in Birmingham.
Okay.
So it puts us in there on a really good mix to be able to regionally route stuff. Obviously, you have Walmart Amp up in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So we're right in the middle of a good routing area, which allows us to get this. Now, we do make sure it makes sense, right? We don't want to come in and lose a ton, or we want to make sure it's the right fit for the area.
Yeah. How does it compare seat-wise between, or capacity between Lander Center and BankPlus?
So right now, we have about 10,400 total seats with lawn and our premium boxes.
At BankPlus?
At BankPlus.
Okay.
And Lander Center has 8,500 total.
Oh, wow.
So it's
okay. I thought it would be the opposite.
Yeah, no, Lander Center's
Interesting.
a little smaller. We can play with the numbers at Lander Center. You can get to 9,000, depending on what it is. But it really puts us over that 10,000 threshold, and that helps a lot with some of the bigger acts that really want, that's their minimum, right? So like we were able to get some stuff that is selling over 10,000 seats. Again, it goes back to giving us the inventory to rightfully place where somebody needs to go.
Yeah. Okay, so we're always curious about the behind the scenes. Talk about maybe the process between booking acts.
So there's certain acts that are going to play the market no matter what. It's routed from the agencies down. And then what we do is we have a great stable of promoters that we deal with, and then we're out there also talking to agents, right? And trying to just put our name out there to say, hey, we want to be on this. We want an opportunity at this. So sometimes they come to us. The promoters that we do, Live Nation, there's a group called Mammoth Productions, AEG. Those are who we're really working with a lot, and that's who all of our dates are with, or between really those 3 or 4 promoters. They'll reach out to us, but we also reach out to them. Hey, if I see something we want, or up and coming artists, we'll reach out. Hey, can we get a shot at this? And they'll be like, hey, maybe not now, or hey, we'll slot y'all in for next year, right? So it's a constant moving target. As long as we're out there talking to them, they're talking to us and seeing what's available. I also look at what we're booking currently, right, to make sure that we're not having any conflicts. We don't want to put too much of any one thing, which is why if you look at our lineup this year, it's pretty diverse.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
From 90s country, old school rock and roll, current country, alternate country. So it really does go a large variety of what we have. So it kind of varies depending, but we're always booking. So we're booking into next year. We're always looking to add stuff for this year. You never know when things pop up. If a national tour gets announced and I see that there is an opening around us, then we may ask for something. They may not have slotted us, but they may be willing to look at doing a show.
Oh, wow. And what's so cool, too, living in South Haven is when you go to the merch table and you have the tour dates on the back of the shirt, and you see South Haven on it among these large areas. And so it just ties it back to the economic impact of having BankPlus Amphitheater in our area, but also just the coolness of it, to be able to see your city on the back of, Kenny Chesney tour shirt or whatnot.
Absolutely.
And so, in your opinion, what's the best show to ever come to BankPlus Amphitheater? My favorite show was Gavin DeGraw in Little Big Town, which I'm showing my age was like 15 years ago. You've had Chris Stapleton, Jelly Roll, Matchbox 20, Nickelback, Kids Bop. I mean, it really runs the gamut. So what would you say, or maybe what's your favorite?
Oh, goodness. I try not to get favorites because I'm working them, but I do. Some are harder than others, and I guess I judge by how hard our day is going to be with what's coming in, but most all of them are great. We did a week's worth of Jelly Roll rehearsals, so since, in the past 3 years, we opened the tour for them, so that's always really cool to be the first city doing a tour. They have the crew comes in, has a lot of work to do, but the artist's there too, right? So meeting him, it's cool, right, for everybody. He's a down-home, very nice person to get to interact with. So that was a good one. I've been to a number of Dave Matthews shows. So me and my wife,
that was a good one too.
Like Dave Matthews. So I've been to 3 Dave Matthews shows of the Amp over the years. So those are always fun. My kids love Lainey Wilson. That was their first big concert. So that's always fun to see your kids come out and enjoy it. just to see the smiles on their faces and stuff like that. And Jelly Roll and Laney were really diverse crowds too. So you get to see, 5 and 6-year-olds all the way up to an 80-year-old come into a concert. And that's great to see so many different and diverse groups of people out there enjoying the music in South Haven, in DeSoto County. And they're from all over the place, right? They're not just from DeSoto County. We're pulling from Germantown, Collierville, Arlington, Memphis.
Yeah.
You pull from Jonesboro. We pull from Tupelo. Jackson-ish.
Yeah,
depending.
I would say like a 3-hour radius for sure.
Essentially, especially for some of these big amphitheater shows, when you look at that, like Jelly Roll and Laney, you're pulling from all of those areas, which with us at Lander Center and the CVB is our goal is to bring tourism and people into DeSoto County from all over the place. And that's where you get into our economic impact and everything that can be provided. And it goes to quality of life too, right? With everything. So it's putting people to work, it's bringing people in and providing quality entertainment.
Yes. I mean, how many people can be like, yeah, I live in South Haven, Mississippi, and I've heard Leonard Skinner from my porch.
Right.
It's like, what?
Absolutely.
Live, by the way. So cool. And your venue reopened after an extensive $11 million renovation a couple of years ago. You've got Silo Square there connected to the BankPlus Amphitheater with the bridge, the pedestrian bridge. It's an entertainment zoned area district. So how do you think the AMP's renovation and Silo Square continuous growth have impacted ticket sales?
Well, we want to thank the city of South Haven for the forethought into being able to renovate it and do that. Mayor Musselwhite was very proactive in being able to do that so that we could reopen the AMP and bring the shows in that we're having. So with Silo Square, it provides an all-in entertainment district where you can come, go to a concert, get a bite to eat, hang out before the show, after the show. Yeah. And then, hey, you can live there now too, like, right?
Yeah, and or stay overnight.
And or stay overnight, right? Yeah. Hotels. So it's been a great piece, and I think it's a great entertainment district, and that's what you're seeing really over the past decade built around the country, and it gives DeSoto County something to be proud of and to put us on the map. Say, hey, look, we have this entertainment district. We have an amphitheater in a beautiful park, right? South Haven Parks and Recs does a great job with all the baseball tournaments, and we coordinate with them, right? And I'm sure that there are people that are in town for baseball tournaments. Oh, there's a concert that weekend. We're going to go to the concert.
And we can walk to it.
They can walk to it.
Win-win.
A win-win for everybody, right?
Yeah.
You bring them in for baseball, they go see a concert, right? Or you bring them in for a concert, and then they may go see a baseball game. People, there's tons of great youth baseball being had in that park, and it's beautiful. Yeah. It's a beautiful setting for any arena, amphitheater to be in, right? So South Haven does a great job of keeping it all up, and proud to partner with them and happy to continue that.
I think it's so cool. I moved here in 2005, and so, seeing my first concert in a muddy, grassy knoll to now having this gorgeous amphitheater that you were so proud of, not only as a DeSoto Countyan, but as someone that enjoys performing arts and live music. And I mean, you've got amazing amenities, bathrooms, the food that you can get there is top notch. Really love the vending there. And then just even security going in is super easy. Talk about, you're starting to plan, you said, for 2026. Are there any big artists on your wish list? Let's sort of speak it into existence.
There are. I can't really,
you can't
say them out loud, but we have a number.
You can whisper it.
I can tell you off air. I don't know if I can say. I don't know if I can. If I put it into existence right now, it won't happen. So I'm a little superstitious on that end. So if I say we're going to get something and then we're not, then I'm jinxing myself, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
We've built a great reputation with the team we have at the CVB Lander Center and BankPlus booking it. So we've had a lot of success of doing it right, and that's how we've always been able to do it while we're able to continue to do the shows, and people want to come here, right? So if you do a good job with putting it on, and that goes from the production, the artist side, and their management, all the way to, you said, we really strive to make sure that it's a great experience getting in. Security, right? But we make it as efficient as we can with how it's set up.
Yeah.
The restrooms, those were added, right, for the amphitheater. Not many people remember, and I do, when it was just a lawn and a stage.
Yes.
And then, then it was a massive lawn. And all those things were great. And it's just the evolution of where the amphitheaters come from a lawn with a stage to then a lawn with some seats, and then a bigger lawn, and then now all seats and a small lawn, which is what you want to see. And then as you get with people, you want a seat, right?
Yes.
and that's where the money's at, to get those seats as opposed to the lawn. And there is still a lawn for those people that do like that, right? But the bathrooms are easier. The food's great.
Yes.
Partner with a great company that does that. So, I'd say getting in and getting out, just make sure you arrive early.
Yes.
Security can be tough sometimes. It is parking and all that, but parking's free. So you don't have to pay for parking. Get in, come in, have a drink, and get a bite to eat before the concert starts. So want to make sure it's all as smooth as possible and everybody has a good experience.
Parking being free is another amenity that you don't see very often at other stadiums or live concert venues, even just amphitheaters in general locally. So that gives you extra money to buy food or drinks inside, right?
Right.
So are there any more pro tips? I know clear bag policy,
Clear bag
talk
policy,
about that.
Yeah, so have a clear bag policy. If you go to the website for BankPlus Amphitheater, Lander Center, it has it on there, what it is. So it just expedites your process. You can also have a small purse or a wallet, right? So it's not completely, there are things that you can if you don't have a clear bag. But the clear bag does help, right? Expedites our screening process when we're doing that. And we're just trying to keep people safe, right?
Right.
That's kind of an industry standard now, pretty much, for clear bags, or unless you want to go to FedEx Forum and have to do an X-ray machine, right? So we're doing a little quicker than that. So want to make sure that everybody's safe and can have a good time when they come. So, but again, arrive early. Plan for parking. Traffic is a little dicey in the area, right? It's a lot of people. Silo Square,
Head there early so you can go to Silo Square restaurant.
Absolutely. Come park. The parking opens. You can park 2 hours, 3 hours before the show if you need to. And again, it's free. So it's there to guide you, and then walk over, have a bite to eat, come back, and have a couple drinks at the show for us. So and have a good time.
Now, I have been lucky enough to have a VIP experience in the new renovated space. Another win-win. I mean, it is incredible. The catering, the seat choice, really fun there. Are there season tickets available this season? So
we don't have season tickets in the term of just 2 seats, right?
Okay.
But you can get a season ticket with a box.
Okay.
So we have upper and lower boxes. If you go to our website, you can reach out to Brittany. She is our premium services and ticketing, and she be happy to sell as many boxes as we can. We do have a couple open. I would say that they're 80 to 90% sold. So for the season.
Yeah.
So if you want a box, they're coming from 6 seats to 12 seats, right? So, and happy to have you in there for that, or a sponsorship. Plenty of opportunities and all of the box holders get to go to the premium lounge that you mentioned.
That was super cool.
So it is the South Haven Honda Premium Lounge. So it does come with free food. Doesn't come with free beverages, but it does come with free food. So we cater it each time with a different caterer. So it's not the same stuff every time. It has air-conditioned bathrooms, has the pavilion with some fans and stuff.
So we try some cornhole too.
We got some cornhole out there. You got some, I think, Jenga blocks and stuff like that.
Fun.
That from one of our sponsors, Budweiser and Bud Light sponsors, and have some of that stuff. So it's a great experience. Cool off, get a drink, have an air-conditioned bathroom, private bathroom, so you don't have to wait in line at the other ones.
Yes.
So there are a lot of amenities that come with getting a box.
Yeah, well, I would definitely encourage people to check that out, especially as you are supporting such a great entertainment area for our city, for our county. So we always wrap up with asking our guests, what's something you've discovered in DeSoto County recently that excites you? This could be a restaurant you love, a new business coming to the area, a new development. What excites you about DeSoto County?
Well, I'm going to be selfish and say the new development at Lander Center is going to be kind of what I'm going to go to, is where we've broken ground doing dirt work on our hotel and convention center expansion. So that's what we're working on a lot now. But restaurant-wise, anything over at Silo Square has been great, especially working at the amphitheater and to be able to do all that stuff. So that's a great development. There, so that's probably my favorite, is just anything over there. I've never had a bad meal when it does that, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Joel, tell everyone where they can go to learn more about BankPlus Amphitheater, buy tickets, and have a great time.
You can go to bankplusamphitheater.com, or you can go to the Visit DeSoto County website as well, which does tie in all of our events at BankPlus Amphitheater, Lander Center, events throughout the county as well. So they update that weekly, where stuff goes out that you can find pretty much anything going on in the county from visitdesotocounty.com. Concert-wise, bankplusamphitheater.com.
Awesome. Well, Joel, Thank you so much. Everyone listening, watching, stay tuned for future episodes where we'll continue to uncover the best of what DeSoto has to offer. To learn more about what's happening in DeSoto County, be sure to check out visitdesotocounty.com. Until next time, keep discovering DeSoto, and as always, thank you for being a part of our journey.